got that cherry bomb.
Welcome to Breaking Beauty Podcast, Liv. Really excited to learn from you how to build a capsule wardrobe. And because this is a beauty podcast, we're going to be peppering in the beauty products to match as we go along. So, I mean, where else to start? But I'm a jeans girl until I die. So what is the denim silhouette of the moment to invest in? What are you loving right now?
One, this is so fun. I'm like visualizing this whole episode as like Polly Pockets.
Yeah.
Like things we can swap out. Okay, like this jean with this blush. I love it. I think I've been seeing a lot of bootcut jeans back in the fold. Definitely kind of like the Gen Z TikTok style right now that I see a lot of. But I think more than that, a jean that's really long, but like perfectly long where it folds at your foot is what I'm seeing a lot of. And this is not an easy thing, in my opinion.
Right.
Because you really have to find that jean that's long enough where you can tailor it a little bit to your shoe, whatever like shoe you're wearing. I am wearing a pair right now that I am obsessed with and can't like sing their praises enough. It's the Val jean from Reformation.
Oh, okay.
They're soft, which I like. There's nothing I hate more than like sitting down and feeling like I'm in a corset from the jeans that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So I'm obsessed with these. They have a lot of different colors, but this is a true blue, and it's pretty true blue.
Yes, it is.
It's high-waisted, but because they're soft, again, I don't feel like I'm just deeply uncomfortable.
Right.
I don't think we realized for how, like, when high-rise jeans came back into the fold, I don't think we realized how uncomfortable they were.
Yeah.
We were all just kind of down with the trend.
Right. And we were just making excuses for it, being like, these are standing up jeans.
Yeah.
And these are sitting down jeans.
Yeah.
And like, if I eat one thing, I'm like, I need to go home. I hate my life right now.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I love a high rise. I love a oh my God, not a high rise. What are they called? High-waisted. Sorry.
Yes.
Brain is turning on this morning.
Yes.
I love a high-waisted, but they need to be soft so that I
Yes.
can live my best life.
Right.
But yeah, these ones, I think, having that longer silhouette that kind of gives you a little bit of height. I love when they fold at the bottom just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of V2 of like our departure from skinny jean land.
Right.
Like, I have not seen a skinny jean in so long.
Yeah.
I'm seeing, again, a lot of boot cuts, a lot of straight fits.
Yeah.
And
Is this one a straight fit you
this
have
is a
on?
straight fit,
Okay, so like
yes.
we're talking about a straight leg, very classic.
yes.
The
Looks
official
great with a
name
heel.
is the Reformation Val 90s mid-rise straight, but you say you got the high-rise one. So
Well, these are, maybe I have a short torso, so maybe they come a bit
Right.
higher on me.
okay.
Yeah.
But I love a straight leg. I think for
Yes.
me, that's what I'm telling everybody to invest in right now.
Yeah,
because
agree.
one, with sneakers or flats, they have that kind of nice bunching at the bottom.
Right.
But with a boot or a heel, they just give you that really elongated silhouette.
Yeah. I also recently got a pair of boot cut, like with a bit of a flare, which I have not worn in years.
Yeah, it's a little foreign.
But I did, and I actually, when I put them on, I was like, you know what? These won't be my everyday like straight leg jean, but I do appreciate because I'm more like hip. I have bigger hips. And so the proportion does me favors. Like it really does. So I
They're
was
really
like, I
nice.
actually, beyond any kind of trend, I actually appreciate just having these in the mix, you know?
And I think it comes to jeans. I know that we're in the time of, e-commerce and buying online, but there's nothing like going to your local Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, and trying on a bunch of different fits.
Yeah.
I actually think if you're someone who like hasn't found your denim yet,
Yeah.
that's what you need to be doing. To go look in the mirror, feel what fits your body shape right, bring a couple different shoe options with you so you can see what works for your closet. That for me, I think, is something that's really overlooked with denim today.
Yeah.
And I love a boot cut. I was wearing a pair the other night from Citizens of Humanity, and I think a boot cut for me, for my body shape, I have really long legs, so I like the way they look on my legs, but I need something that's really almost boxy on top to contrast that like boot cut leg moment.
Yeah.
Like, boot cut jeans to me are really all about the styling.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ones that I have, by the way, are denim forums. So you get them at Aritzia. The price is really good. Now, beauty-wise, what would be kind of the blue jeans of beauty in your wardrobe? Like the workhorse that goes with everything. It's just like the fundamental.
A blush.
Yeah?
100%.
Okay.
I grew up dancing, so
Yeah.
the way that I learned how to do my makeup was stage makeup.
Okay.
So definitely not the natural kind of French way of beauty. I could do a winged eyeliner by the time I was 7.
Yeah.
I'm still really good at it. And when people ask me to do it for them, I'm like, it is muscle memory for
Yeah.
me. Like, I can just do it from having to do it for stage for so often. And blush really was the most important thing. It was what gave us life on stage from afar.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm loving this era right now that we're in of intense blush.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always in a cream blush with a powder blush on top, and I love the life that it gives.
Okay.
I think it's the foundation for every look for me, the same way a pair of jeans would be.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to over blush. And even if I'm, leaving my house and I don't have time to do a full foundation, concealer, eyebrow, mascara moment, I'm doing blush because it makes me look alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a good blush I'm going to recommend to you later.
Tell me.
That's brand new. I'm going to come back to it.
Okay.
But what's the blush? What's your go-to?
I love a cream blush with a powder blush on top. I think
Okay.
the same way that you put foundation and concealer on and then a powder is the same way that you should be doing blush that way.
Right.
Especially for my skin that's a little bit oily, I need that powder on top. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, you also had the privilege of Patrick Ta doing your wedding makeup.
Yes.
What blush did he use? Because he's got the duo, right?
Yes.
The
so
powder and the cream.
He used Not So Much. Is that what
Okay,
it's called? Yes.
yes.
Right? Sorry, it
So
just went out of my brain. What's it
So
called?
this is the Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo. And the color is not too much.
Not Too Much. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Not Too Much.
Yeah.
That was, I would say, when I look back on my wedding day photos, the blush was everything.
Yeah.
It really gave such good kind of like luminosity to my face. And I have high cheekbones, so I love the way he painted my cheeks
Yeah.
for that day. It was everything. That and the lip combo for me
Yeah.
really are what shone.
And it has that cream and the powder built in, so
that is
that's
the best
perfect.
duo.
Yeah.
Now, what's your everyday blue jeans version? Is there a shade, do you know, or is there a tone?
So I do love the Patrick Ta
Yeah.
She's the Moment. I
Yeah.
use that one a lot at home.
Okay.
I also love Road Freckle. I have that
Oh,
in my
yes.
purse all
Cute.
the time because it's just an easy on the go.
Yeah, the little
I'll
pocket.
like pop it on. I'm also someone who loves like a multi-use beauty moment. I'll put it on my lips, my eyeshadows, like on my eyelids.
Yeah.
And just kind of call it a day.
Absolutely.
And that freckle is so good for that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll powder on the Charlotte Tilbury blush right on top of it.
Yeah.
Again, I love like a poppy blush moment.
I'm a blush girl too. I feel like the blue jeans of beauty to me is a good kind of skin tint that has an SPF in it because that's a workhorse the way that blue jeans are for me. It's like I can pair jeans with a jacket or whatever. So I love the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. That would be my vote.
Ooh, okay.
What's next, Jill? What other capsule pieces are we
need
gonna?
to ask you about what we're wearing to work. What do you think for 2025 everyone should invest in?
For starters, I used to go into Office 2 for editorial. I got my start at Teen Vogue.
Yeah.
And my favorite memories from that era were going to class at NYU in a heel and a mini skirt and
Yeah.
usually a coat over it. In
Yeah.
New York City in the winter, I don't know what I was... I don't know how I did that, but I did it. And I would go to the 4th Street subway, take the subway up in my little heels, and then be in the Teen Vogue office
Yeah.
the whole day until like the
Yeah.
late evening.
Yeah.
Getting dressed up for work is everything.
Yeah.
Like it's what gave me so much life and so much inspiration. And that was such a formative time for me. I remember so many of those outfits. But
Yeah.
now this is my office, so
Right.
it's a little bit different. I really think that people underestimate the strength of a good slack.
Okay.
A good everyday trouser that can feel like the elevated version of your jean workhorse.
Right.
I think we can get really stuck in, maybe a dress for the office or just not invest in finding that pair that is perfect for our wardrobe.
Yeah.
I agree.
I have the Aritzia Effortless pant and I talk about it probably 3 to 4 times a week because that is my workhorse. Like,
Okay.
Those pants
Those are a staple.
are my
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm working from home and I feel like I'm having an off day, but I need to like show up and look good because that's kind of my medicine is
Right.
getting dressed every day and feeling my best self. I'm putting on a white tee like this one and those effortless pants and I feel like a person.
Okay.
Instead of just putting on maybe like a sweat or a legging.
Yeah.
They're also so soft that
Yeah.
they feel like a jean. They feel like a sweatpant. Like they don't feel like you're wearing a hard slack. And I also feel like slacks are still kind of getting a new updated like iteration for this
Definitely,
generation. Like I
definitely.
think slacks in the past felt very office, felt very
right.
like working mom going to the office. And I think there's a way to make it feel really young and fun and not so stuffy. I never wear a slack with like a white button down. That feels a little obvious. I'll wear it with like a cropped leather jacket or like a long trench and really make it feel fun and different.
Yeah. And what's the white t-shirt? Because we're talking about capsule wardrobe. I mean, there's got to be some go-to brands for you.
I have two that I really love. One's ribbed and one's not.
Okay.
This one I actually just got, and it's from Joe's Jeans and Danny Michelle, who is stylist to
Love her.
Kendall Jenner.
Love.
So many incredible
Yeah.
women with incredible fashion. She's the creative director there now, and so this is her iteration of the white tee, and
nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
When it comes to tees, even tees for men, I go to I'm really passionate about this, even with my husband's wardrobe. It needs to be a shirt with weight. I find that like the thin shirts don't drape well. They can always look really messy.
Yeah.
And they don't really lie well under jackets, even like a shacket, anything like that. This tee has the perfect weight. It like can sit on its own and doesn't need to be like fidgeted with. And I think it's great. I love it. It's so soft too. I got like 3 of them the second I got it in the mail. My other one that's ribbed that I love is from an independent vintage store here in Los Angeles called Shop RLT.
Oh, I follow them on Instagram.
I've actually known the curator of that store since we were in middle school, and I'm so impressed and admire what she's built so much. So half the store is vintage curation. She goes to the Rose Bowl every Sunday at 5 a.m. and sources herself. And then she has her own line of essentials that she's curating based off of vintage silhouettes. So the great tee, a cropped baby tee, a black mini dress, a great sweater, and her RLT baby tee is ribbed, and it's absolutely perfect.
Amazing. Love it.
Yeah.
I just recently bought a t-shirt because I've tried I've been looking for the perfect white t-shirt and failed sometimes. Like I thought I was going to love the Uniqlo ones, and then I was like, I don't love it. And I finally found one that I really like. It's from Le Bon Shop. Do you know that brand?
I don't.
I have a couple other t-shirts.
Do you like it?
Yeah, and I have a t-shirt dress from them.
I really like it.
They make the best socks of all time.
I know. So this is like, we're seeing it all over Toronto, Le Bon Shop.
So this is more of like, that's like a loose fit, more of a loose fit.
It is. I mean, it depends on what size you get, but what I like about that one is it has like a little bit of a drape to the sleeve. And so again, it just kind of like squares you out a little bit, and again with my hips, I think it just kind of gives this balance, which is really nice. And it is true, they have the best socks to wear with Birkenstock.
Oh my god, I think that is like such a thing right now. A lot of these brands are coming out with like the perfect
really
loafer
good.
sock, Birkenstock sock.
They're really good quality, and they have these socks called the cloud socks. Now I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah,
but they're like fuzzy, and they're like cottage appropriate or like fall vibes. Yeah,
the original cloud sock was Aurora James. If you know, she has Brother Bellies. During COVID, she was doing kind of monthly drops from Brother Bellies of things from around the world. Yeah, and she came out with a cloud sock that was like the coziest, thickest. Yeah, they weren't like dainty socks for loafers, but they were the quintessential cottage cozy sock.
Okay, and we're going to link to everything, by the way,
I don't know if she
everybody.
still has them, but let's see.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, we'll find out. Yeah. What about the jacket? Give us a couple jackets that you love for work, the brands, the cuts right now, colors.
So I think everybody should have a great black blazer in their closet. If you are someone who likes to do a matching set, by all means, go get the Aritzia one that matches the Effortless pant. I have a lot of Anina Bing blazers. I would say this is probably my 3rd one, and I just got this one. I like it because it has no collar, so that's kind of nice sometimes for something that you want to feel a little bit less informal. So I love Anina Bing. I have a checkered one from them that I think is great. This is a striped one. My goal is to have a blazer in like every color and every print, and just have like my own cute little Polly Pocket wardrobe of just different blazers. Because for me, that feels like the blazer feels like my highlighter. Like it's the thing that I'm putting on to just oomph the outfit and give it a little bit of light.
Yeah. Outfit maker for sure.
It's the outfit maker. For me, that's a highlighter too. It's like, it's the thing that kind of makes you stand out a little bit. It's the thing that catches people's eye.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about accessories that are great for work. What's the shoe? I'm always struggling with a computer bag, kind of a tote situation. Tell us what to invest in there.
So when it comes to shoes, I think the best everyday business shoe to take you from the office to drinks while looking good is a pointed toe flat. especially after this year. I think we kind of forget that the pointed toe flat also exists because we've been in Mary Jane land, ballet flat land, and to be honest, that's not the most flattering silhouette on everybody. I think you have to be really tall with long legs to pull that off. I'm not really tall and I have a ton of ballet flats and I love them for more casual everyday wear, but they're definitely not elevating my outfit. They're like the shoe that just is something comfortable if I'm like running errands. But I have a pointed toe flat that I love. It's definitely a splurge. They're from Loro Piana. I have them in a lot of different colors because they're so well made and I wear them all the time with everything. There's a really good dupe from Mark Fisher that's very similar, and they have them also at, Schutz. Steve Madden makes them. I would just look for any pointed toe flat because I think it elongates an outfit and it gives that level of sophistication that a rounded toe flat wouldn't be able to give, but you still get the same level of comfort.
Yeah. I like the Emmy Parsons ones. Do you know that brand?
I don't. So many brands I haven't heard of. I love this. That always makes me excited.
And what's the silhouette we know of the shoe? But are you doing like black leather? Are you doing like leopard print? Like what is the go-to for the capsule?
Hot
These
take.
are the Emmy Parsons.
Oh yes, I've seen those. Exactly.
The dark brown ones.
EMME Parsons.
I really want those.
Yeah, it's just a good silhouette. But hot take, I'm not a leopard print girl.
Okay.
I wish I was, but I'm not. I know.
Okay.
It's definitely a hot topic whenever it's brought up, like with my friends who do love leopard print. But I am a classic black leather gal. And I honestly, if I could, I'd get them in every color. Don't care from what brand. I'd find the shape from any brand and get them in any color.
Nice.
What about the computer bag, like a tote bag that kind of fits everything? What would be a good investment right now? Because it's so practical.
I just got the Quiana tote, and I was really impressed with the process of getting one. Yeah. In the sense that they put you through kind of a quiz of what your everyday looks like. Are you someone that goes around with the, do you want a makeup tote? Do you want to put your laptop in there? And then they customize the inserts of the bag for your everyday.
Wow.
I really loved that. And it was so nice having this tote that like perfectly fit my laptop and also came with its own, like it became a laptop case. Right. Which I loved.
Yeah. And the price points on those aren't that bad. They're like $300.
$350.
Yeah.
Wow.
For leather.
And they have them in a lot of different colors: black leather, brown leather.
And you can get your initials.
Yes, and I mean, obviously, look, I could sit here and tell you all the splurge totes that I would go for, like the Saint Laurent Le 5 Accept, I think is what it is. My French is terrible. I've had my eye on that bag for months. I'm obsessed with it. It's just
would it fit a computer, do you think?
The big tote would.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not there are multiple sizes of this tote. There's the, smaller over the shoulder. There's the other one, and then there's the big one, and that would fit a laptop. That is a dream computer bag. But if you're looking for something that is relatively affordable, good quality, and I also think has all the bells and whistles to get you through a 9 to 9, not just a 9 to 5, that bag's great.
Awesome.
Okay, and what color did you get?
I got it in the like classic brown.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what their exact tone is, but I have it in a classic brown.
What about a watch? I feel like watches are so back.
Watches are so back, for sure. Yeah. I have a few. I mean, I'm someone who sees watches as an investment and also something I like to bring into my life for big moments. So a birthday, an anniversary. So because of that, I'm usually a splurger when it comes to a watch. I love the Cartier tank more than anything in the world. I think it's so beautiful and so classic. And I'm lucky enough to have gotten mine from my mom. She passed it down to me. So it's something that I really cherish and absolutely love. And
so good.
Is really it makes every outfit. Yeah. It's so beautiful. But there are so many new watch brands that are coming out right now, or brands that are existing heritage brands that are putting a big effort on beautiful classic watches that feel of our time right now. One, Heaven Mayhem, makes a really good kind of similar Cartier tank vibe.
She's everywhere right now.
And she's done a really good job of taking these, I would say, kind of old school heritage aesthetics and bringing them to the masses, which I think is hard to do, and she's doing it so well.
She's also stunningly gorgeous.
Yes, she is. She's been on my podcast before. She's wonderful and such a businesswoman, which I love.
Awesome.
Also, believe it or not, Tory Burch makes wonderful watches. I'm a big Tory Burch girl. I love their accessories. I think they're really different, stand out, and a great investment if you're someone who wants to like have fun with fashion. And I was actually just looking at their watches the other day, and they have like a great gold kind of dainty, similar tank-esque watch, one with a black strap and a brown strap. I was really impressed by those the other day. So I actually just got one, and I can't wait to take it around, try it.
Yeah, I'd love to have her on the show one day. I just
You and
think
me
she's
both.
so, like, she's done so well for herself. I don't
Yes.
know. It's like classic now. There was a time when it was just so of the moment. Remember the
Triggered. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But now it's become classic. Like it has.
I just
Yeah.
immediately think of those shoes and the big gold buckle.
Yeah, I know.
like,
But
no,
we're beyond that now.
We're
That
beyond.
she's transcended. That's the point.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
I
just
have
get
an
a
Apple
hammer's
Watch,
watch.
but I wear my Apple Watch to work out when I want to track things. Although, am I really tracking things? And then I wear my fancy
Yeah.
watch
Yes.
elsewhere. But
I'm more of an Aura Ring girl. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really big and bulky, and I can see it in pictures, which
yeah,
is why I take it off.
Yeah.
But I think if you're wearing an Apple Watch, you're committing to the athletic look.
right.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to circle back to, you mentioned highlighter. So I'm guessing this is the item that you would use to elevate for work. And I'm curious what the highlighter is. What's your go-to?
I'm a Dior tried and true
Okay.
highlighter girly. The Dior Backstage Glow palette is one of
Yeah.
my favorites. I love that it comes with 4 different shades because I think it's fun to kind of mix and match. Also aesthetically, it's very pretty for like
So
any
stunning.
countertop imagery that you're working with.
Yeah.
I also do really like the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter wands. But I'm desperate for her to repackage those.
I agree.
Desperate.
I was just thinking that the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? This needs
It's
a
not
new
working.
package.
Yeah.
It's-
People are saying so on TikTok,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
probably gonna come.
Yeah.
It's, for those of you who haven't tried it, it's a tube, and in order to open it, you twist where the applicator is, which is just the messiest.
yeah, and it's a
concept
spongy
ever.
little top,
It
which
just,
is
like,
pretty unique.
It explodes everywhere.
Yeah.
I do love
Gets
like
gummy.
the idea of a wand and like being able to apply it is really fun. They just need to change how you open and close it.
Absolutely agree.
But I have that in highlighter, contour, blush. I love that product.
Yeah.
So Charlotte, if you're listening, I love you. Don't be mad.
Yeah. Same. Come on our show, girl. What about everyday essentials beyond the workplace? Like you're just, you're shopping down Fifth Avenue. You're meeting the girlies for brunch. Like, what are the pieces that are kind of would be capsule pieces for you that we haven't talked about yet?
I would say finding what your sweater shape is. Everybody has their shape. It's oversized, it's cropped, it's V-neck, it's cardigan. You can have them all, but we all have kind of our go-to.
Right.
For me, it's the Flynn cashmere sweater from Jenny Kane. I have it literally in every color. I love wearing it without a shirt underneath. I love wearing it with a shirt underneath. I love wearing it
So
layered
cozy.
underneath a blazer.
Yeah.
It just adds that extra layer, an extra element and texture to whatever you're wearing. So I love that.
Is
And
it cashmere? Is it wool or
Cashmere.
cashmere?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Of
great.
course.
I
A
have it-
cashmere investment piece, the best.
And they're actually not that bad. I think they're $200.
Okay.
And I have a code I can share with your listeners if you guys
Yeah.
want.
Let's hear
Absolutely.
it.
It's LivP15 for 15% off. I am on Jenny Kane every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Alex Mill? Have you worn any?
I haven't worn, but I often get targeted ads for
Yeah.
Alex Mill. Yeah.
What about the Quince one you just got? Because that's cashmere and it's like
Yeah.
$60.
It's $50.
Talk to us about Quince.
Yeah.
How is it? I have
it's-
not taken the plunge on it.
Okay.
I'd love to know.
Yeah, no, what I really appreciate when you go on their website is like they are so transparent that they're like, this is the cashmere sweater we have, $50. And literally they put beside it J. Crew. It would cost you this much to buy it
wow.
at J. Crew or this much at, another like Nordstrom or something. So they're like they're just naming names,
Yeah.
So I think that price transparency is everything. And yeah, I think that the colors are on trend. And listen, for me, my cashmere that I have that I've spent $400 on pills anyway. So, for $50, I've been impressed so far with like the fit and everything.
Okay,
And the
great.
size inclusivity too. Like they have
Yeah.
sizes that aren't just like for straight sizes. Like
Right,
they have
right.
extended sizing. So I think that's important because that's unfortunately shrinking
Yeah.
in a lot of other retailers. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Any other capsule pieces for just everyday elevated?
I would also say figure out what your accessories DNA is. Everybody has their own. Some people love a black belt, some people have a brown belt, some people like gold, silver. And for me, I think that has really been a big style unlock in the last few years, is figuring out what earring shapes fit my face, what belt earring pairings I like together that will take jeans, a white tee, and a blazer to another level.
Right.
That really has been kind of like the cherry on top. And I think it's such an easy, effortless thing to figure out. And I think there are so many different great jewelry, belt brands now more than ever that are, you know, a lot of these brands are leaning into accessorizing more than ever. So I think it's a great kind of window into your personal style that's an easy, effortless lift for your closet.
Yeah.
It's not, hey, go invest in this bright red sweater, hey, go and invest in this expensive bag. It's how can you showcase your style in just these little ways.
Right.
What about Gigi's sweaters?
It's so funny. I was actually just going to bring it up. I love that brand.
Yeah.
I really do. I think there's so much innovation and it's fun and it's cozy. And I really appreciate brands that feel like they're founders more than anything.
Yeah.
And it just, it does. It feels just like her, and the colors and the shapes and the fabrics.
Did she ask you for feedback at all while she was like maybe doing colors or silhouettes?
Oh, she doesn't need my feedback. She is such a great designer and has such a great aesthetic on her own.
Yeah. I love them. I love the look of them. I haven't tried them. So.
They're very soft and very comfortable.
They look super cozy.
And the store on Bond Street is amazing.
Yeah,
It feels, they've really built a world that feels like the brand. And again, I appreciate good branding and good quality like over everything when you feel like you're going into a world.
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's called Guest in Residence is the full name, everyone.
I just got a flannel jacket from them that I'm obsessed with.
Oh.
It's so soft, which usually like a flannel you'll get and it feels more like a puffer. This is like a cashmere flannel and it has a contrast collar, which I really love right now.
So nice.
And I've been wearing that on the weekends in our quote unquote 80-degree fall.
Right.
With jeans and like flats, and it's just so cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the jewelry? Like, are there just a couple of brands and silhouettes you're loving right now to invest in? And the belt, because I often feel like a belt is like it's like the hidden, what do you call it, the sleeper hit of a wardrobe, really. And sometimes it can be hard to get the exact right width and details. So tell us that.
I really think belts are about trial and error. I don't think there's a formula to them. It's funny, I had a friend ask me to do a video on my Instagram of like finding the right belt. And I don't think there's a formula. I think it's feeling.
Okay.
I love Cass D'Amicchio. She's a content creator who started a brand called Orium Collective. Cass, if I just said any of that wrong, including your last name, I'm so sorry, but I adore you.
We will link to it in our show notes.
Yes.
The right spelling.
That brand is amazing. She's brought in a lot of vintage styles into her collection. It's all accessories, so great belts. I think she did eyewear. She has jewelry, and I'm obsessed with all of it. It's elevated. It's definitely a little bit more of an investment belt than anything. But for me, I think really worthwhile because it's something that you could wear every day and have for a long time.
Right.
I feel like Hailey Bieber wears those belts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
She's done a really fantastic job.
Okay.
I also, believe it or not, I am an Amazon girly when it comes to belts. I have found so many great pieces on there, and look, you can splurge on a belt, but at the end of the day, a belt's a belt.
Yeah.
Like if I don't need it to be like perfect premium Italian leather. Like I just need it to work and like hold my pants up.
Right.
So
okay.
yeah, I've actually found there's one belt duo that I share a lot. It's like a $19.99 duo that's like a black leather belt with a gold buckle, and then the same thing for brown.
Right.
And I wear them all the time and get asked by so many people, where's that from? That's such a good belt.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Okay. And what are the earrings you're wearing the most? And this is a podcast, so people can't see, but it's kind of that like sculptural, chunky, silver
big silver
today.
earring.
Yeah.
These are from Janessa Leone, who's also a great accessories brand. She's primarily known for not knit hats. She's primarily known for woven hats.
Okay.
And she also has a great tote and a couple other accessories. She's a great brand. But I love these from her.
Yeah.
I'm also a big vintage gal when it comes to jewelry. I love going on the RealReal and finding like vintage Chanel earrings.
Yeah.
Givenchy has the best vintage earrings, and I've been able to find 2 different pairs, both in the like $250 range that I adore.
Okay.
I look on the RealReal. I look on Vestiaire.
Yeah.
I always kind of have my eyes out.
Yeah.
And then there's one brand that's based in London that I am just obsessed with, that I would get every single piece if I could. It's called Completed Works.
Okay.
And her stuff is very architectural, very sculptural, a lot of pearls, a lot of resin. And that to me is, her pieces are really a moment. Like you're building the outfit around the ear
wow.
moment.
Fun.
And I actually first found them from Chrissy Rutherford. She was wearing
Oh,
a
yeah.
insane ear cuff, and I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Who is that? Tell me everything. And now I feel like I share them like once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
I want to talk about everyday elevated perfumes. And I don't know if are you a perfume person?
You know,
or not?
I'm someone who finds my perfumes and like sticks to what I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
don't
the
know if you've
Merit
seen the new
one.
Merit.
Yes.
I'm wearing it today, so I'm going to
Let's
pass
see.
it for you to smell. It's a beautiful sculptural bottle. It actually
Stunning.
reminds me kind of the type of jewelry we've been talking about. I am in love with this perfume.
It's very floral,
It is, but
like musky floral.
it is. It reminds me a little bit of Fleur, the way it's
The
that
Missing Person?
second skin kind of effect.
Wow, perfume is interesting to me because I think it smells different on everybody, obviously.
Absolutely.
So I am always. That's what I love about perfume is it takes its own shape
Yeah.
on everyone. That's a gorgeous bottle.
Do you like it? You like it?
I'm a floral girl, so
Yeah.
I wear Valentino Roma, believe it or not.
Oh,
A lot of people are
interesting.
shocked when I tell them
Yeah.
that I wear it, just because it's not maybe in
Yeah.
like the popular zeitgeist all the time. Very floral, and I don't know. I just love the way it smells on me.
Yeah.
I also love that they have the main size and then they have a travel size.
Oh my God, I have the travel size with me on this trip.
Oh, that's
You
so
do?
funny.
Yeah, I do because
Yeah.
they have the rubberized rock studs on the outside,
Yep.
so you're not going to smash it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not a roller ball; it's an actual spray, and it
Yeah.
has a cap
Yeah.
on the spray. Unfortunately, with the Merit, I don't know if I would travel with that. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like beautiful sculptural.
Yeah, no, I think this is more about everyday.
Yeah.
Like you're going to wear
Yeah.
this, you
Yeah.
know. What I like about this fragrance, first of all, it took them like 5 years to produce. So they were going back and forth and they worked with a French perfumer. But it's called Retrospect. And they're kind of moving away from this idea of like the solo flore, which we've seen for so long now. This idea of like one note, essential oils, very recognizable, and went back to an idea where they're really building the scent out of like fruity top notes like pears, and then the middle notes are really floral, like you said, of like violet, rose, jasmine, and then the dry down has that like vanilla and musky note. So it's really old school. That's why it's called Retrospect, but they've modernized it. Like it smells, like you said, it's more like, you know, musky and like what Fleur is doing kind of thing. Very wearable. I think this is going to be huge, and
Okay,
it's a
and
good
the price point is
capsule
good
piece.
too.
Yeah, it's like 90.
It's like around $90.
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I will also say I feel like I've been opting out of perfume because I'm obsessed with Cyclar. Like
Yes.
I am.
Oh, really?
I have been obsessed with Cyclar since the
Ooh.
V1 of it, and she came on the
Really?
podcast. We're talking about Claudia Slutsky here.
Yeah.
She came on the podcast right after the original launch, which was in
Yeah.
a glass container.
Right.
And she walked in and I was like, make me a perfume, make me this, make me this. And I'm obsessed with the scents that she's developed. And
Right.
since she just rebranded, I've been wearing, been using every lotion. I'm obsessed with the rebrand.
Yeah, well,
I
that
need to
actually
see
makes
this.
sense because her same parent company, Incubator, does Missing Person.
Right.
They do Fleur.
Fleur, yeah.
So they know who to call.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It
It's
is
like,
so good, and
Yeah.
I even noticed like when I have the lotion on, I don't need a perfume because it is fragrant, and you can just kind of smell.
Okay, I need to try
that.
this.
I'm
this
obsessed.
line now.
I'm
okay.
forgetting which scent I wear, but it's the one in the brown tube.
Okay.
And I'm so glad that she switched to a tube because for the
Yeah.
nail girlies who were like dipping into the
Yeah.
tub before, it would like get in my
Little-
nails.
little-
I'm so happy that she
Yeah.
has it in an actual like squeezy tube now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Since you didn't mention your nails, are you the type of person similar to your scent where you're just always wearing the same color?
Yep.
Okay, tell me what it is. Because
Am I boring?
No,
I might be boring.
This is why we're talking to you about Capsule, and I think you're not alone. I think people are like, I will not deviate from this is what I feel comfortable in. I have to look at my nails for 3 weeks on end because I'm getting the gel or the dip or whatever. So what's your layer?
So I think when it comes to beauty for me, it's not that I'm not adventurous.
Yeah.
It's that I'm a classic person. I
you
know
know
what
what you
works for
like,
me.
yeah.
And I'm not fussy.
Yeah.
I'll try new beauty looks when maybe I'm going out for dinner or going to an
Yeah.
event, but on a day-to-day basis, I like what I like.
Yeah.
And that even goes to like what I'm putting on my face. It's the same thing every day. And with my nails, I've been doing a Russian manicure for about 3 years now.
Uh-huh.
And I have been wearing the same color ever since.
'Kay.
I wear a color called Strawberry Milk. I love it. It goes with everything I'm wearing. And yes, like I have these on for a month and I'm not willing to commit to like
Couldn't agree more.
Like, I would love to be a maroon girl right now, but like I can't do that.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for switching all the time either. Like,
no, and like, what if I'm wearing an outfit and it throws it off?
Exactly.
I just look at outfits like I look at math.
Yeah.
Like, if one thing's off, the equation's not going to work.
Yeah.
So if my nails are like bright red and I'm wearing tones that don't work with that, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah. And where do you get your Russian manicure in LA?
So I have a girl in LA who comes to my house.
Brilliant.
Yes, we love her. Yeah.
And by the way, the Cyclar in the amber tube, that would be the Sacred Centel.
There we go.
That's the name of the set, everyone.
I got the gifting and it went immediately in my bathroom. I didn't look. I was like, nope, this is it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I didn't look, so thank you for looking for me.
Love it. I want to ask you about going out wear. What are people wearing out these days? I have no idea. So how do you like turn it up to look fancy?
Going out looks, I think, are the most like heated topic on the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are we getting cute tops? Where, like, what's the dress that we're going out in? It's really tough because I think, especially, you know, when I was in my early 20s, it's like I was living in New York, going to a club, and like what I was wearing then is very different than what I'm wearing now to like go to dinner with friends and have a drink.
Yeah.
I think people are going to be like, what a basic answer, but I'm a tried and true Reformation girl. I think that they make such good going out tops, and they make something for everybody, which I really like. And I also feel like when I see it out in the world, everyone kind of styles it a little bit differently. I'm someone who still feels good like in my blue jeans and a cute top. Like I rarely like put on a mini skirt to go out, and when I do, maybe I'll amp it up with like a knee-high boot and like a big coat or a leather jacket. So yeah, I try not to overthink going out wardrobe too much. It's like, how can I just take what I'm wearing already and maybe make it a little bit more evening? I definitely don't have a separate wardrobe of like going out items. If anything, I feel like over the last decade, I've found like more refined items to go out. Maybe it's like a long sleeve top with like a keyhole cut out at the chest that's like refined, chic, but still kind of gives evening. Do you know who's making great evening wear right now that I'm obsessed with? Is Stod.
Oh, yeah.
I love Stod. First of all, their boots are incredible. Talking about knee-high boots, I have their black knee-highs, black short ankle boots. Like, I love Stod. But they're making really cute kind of like a little black dress with, you know, a little like belt detail at the top where like your décolletage is. Like, cute kind of moment there. They're making great going out tops, things that like feel fashionable,
right?
But for evening, which again is really hard to do, and I think they do it well. I also love a brand based out of New York called Tay Park. You guys probably remember they came out with like a corset top that had like the ruching around the neck. I absolutely love that brand. A little bit more of an investment brand, but when you get that top, you're gonna wear it for years to come. The construction is incredible, and Tay is an amazing designer, and all the tops are really great for going out.
Okay.
Yeah. My last one is a brand called Mimchick that I love, that I support and wear all the time. They've got great going out items too.
How do you spell that? Sorry.
Mimchik.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got good like tops, little skirts. Actually, they made a custom dress for me for my bachelorette. It was like
fun.
A little like tank dress with a bubble skirt, and they make it in a bunch of different colors. And like, that's a fun going out dress.
That's great.
Yeah. Is there anything you do to amp up makeup when you're going out? Do you ever go for like a strong lip look, or is it a mascara? Is it a wing liner? What would be your going out essential?
That's a great question. I probably go a little heavier on the eye.
Okay.
I have really big eyelids. There's a lot of real estate up
you
there.
do. Makeup artists must love you for that.
Fun. There's a lot of like room to play around.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll add in like a little bit of a shimmer there. On a daily basis, I'm not someone that wears a lot of eyeshadow to begin with. I have very oily eyelids.
Yeah.
So they kind of have that shine on their own. But yeah, for night, I'll probably bring in like a little bit of like a darker tone. I haven't done a winged eyeliner in a long time. Do we think winged eyeliner is on the way out?
I think it's about to come back in a little bit.
I think it's classic.
Yeah. And
that's
I think
a capsule one for me.
Yeah. I think it had its moment. Clean girls weren't wearing eyeliner, but I think in next year we're gonna definitely see it more.
Yeah.
Even lip, like I have the same. I do the same color every day.
Yeah. What is it?
I'm a Charlotte Tilbury iconic nude girl. It just goes with my skin tone so well.
Yeah.
And I think with the blush combo that I do, it just works.
Yeah.
And your brows. Might as well get it all since you
I'm
wear
a
it
big
every
fan
day.
of brows.
Yeah.
Brows to me are really special. I grew up in Los Angeles going to Anastasia as a kid,
Yeah.
so she taught me to keep my brows big and
Amazing.
unruly and
Yeah.
not do anything to them.
Yeah.
So I fill them in with the Anastasia brow pencil, and then we'll use her brow freeze. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yeah.
To keep them up. And I just kind of let them live their best life. But I will not leave the house without filling in my eyebrows. Like,
Yeah.
you won't see me without filled in eyebrows.
Yeah.
I used to henna them. My family's Moroccan, so my mom taught me how to henna dye them
Oh,
at a
cool.
young
Oh,
age.
wow, cool.
I just think having a bold brow, like, I could have no makeup on.
Yes.
And my brows could do all the talking.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It adds so much structure to the face. I feel like traditionally it would be a red lipstick that you would have as a capsule piece for when you want to like amp it up for a fancy event. But I just don't see a lot of people doing that in this day and age realistically. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend what I like to do, which is just like a lip liner look with a really high gloss on top of it and just kind of really try to plump them up. I think that's very modern. And the one that I'm really liking right now is this Reffy limited edition plum lip collection. This one just
Ooh.
came out. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I'll take a plum lip over a red lip
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
Like something with a deeper tone, even in the
Yeah.
summer when like maybe plum's not the go-to color.
Yeah.
I'm still in that world.
So I've seen quite a few girlies wearing this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I think they
Goes
got
with your
it
jacket.
Yeah.
sent. I think I saw Nara Smith. If she wasn't wearing this one, it was one very similar that she was putting on in a car. And her lips just look so beautiful. I've seen Ruby Lynn wear a look
that's
like this.
beautiful.
It's very kind of, again, that almost like Saint Laurent
Love. Yeah.
kind of vibe where you can wear it with like a cute like short dress and hosiery
Yep.
and actual high heels.
I think Chanel Beauty makes
was
that
just-
color perfectly.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say my
Yeah.
capsule piece is the Chanel,
Chanel.
Rouge.
Yep, Chanel
31.
Rouge is
Come on, if you're going to
incredible.
invest, this is the girl.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
is-
$100 lipstick, everybody. But
Refillable, but it is
yeah.
it is so chic.
it's the limousine
When
of lipsticks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
When Chanel launched refillable lipsticks,
Yeah.
I felt like the game changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it also comes with its own little leather pouch, which is white, of course, and it is.
it's not quilted, but still,
It's pretty chic.
yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I will also say, when we're talking about blush, highlighter, all that, the Chanel Le Beiges, the Sun Kiss trio that they have, it's like a round compact that has, it literally looks like a sun setting. It's so
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But I will like literally put my brush in that and like go all around
Yeah.
and like put that on my cheeks.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of that one and done product that you can walk out of your house if you don't have time to like do the contour, the blush, the highlight.
Yeah.
It's just like a nice, feels like it's literally like you sat in the sun.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Well, we're going to hit you with one more capsule collection question
Let's do
because you do travel so much. So, speaking of that, what would be a couple of capsule pieces that you absolutely love to travel in, whether it's on the plane or just like when you touch down? What's worth investing in?
What's your airport fit?
Yeah.
Ooh, my airport fit is from Aritzia, actually.
Right.
It's a long sleeve, like cotton shirt that is just like my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's linked on my shop, like in my travel section. I have a
Okay.
lot of stuff in that travel section of like
Okay.
the things that I need. I feel like I'm a pro traveler at this point.
Yes.
Like, I
Yeah.
get to the airport, I go through TSA, I'm in the lounge. Like
Right.
I have like my refillable capsules that I like put all my beauty products in. I know exactly like what is coming with me on the plane. I would say 2 beauty products that I take on the plane, and like if I'm taking off and they're not in my purse, I'm freaking out. Summer Fridays Balm is, I would say, my hero product.
Okay.
I
The
literally
Jet Set?
No, the lip butter balm.
Oh,
Lip butter balm,
Got
yeah.
it. Lip.
There's one in every corner of my house. There's one in every purse. There's one in my car. I cannot function if that's not with me. I'm
Right.
obsessed with it. It's so great. The other thing, I go to Vanessa Hernandez Skin here in Los Angeles. She's in Brentwood. And she has a calming jelly mask and also under eye patches that I swear by. The under eye patches are like $5 each, which is incredible.
Oh, wow.
And I think the actual mask is $15 each. I
Yeah.
buy them online in bulk and I take them every time I'm traveling.
Yeah.
They just, my skin looks, I look like a new person afterwards. So
Yeah.
yes, I'm that person that's masking on the plane, but It's worth it for me.
Absolutely.
Might scare you,
I
but
love
I love
it. I love the cooling under eye too. Charlotte Tilbury came out with some and it's so like refreshing. Thank you so much for your time today.
Of course.
I
This was so
honestly
fun.
am going to Google so many of the items that you recommended and add them to my own capsule wardrobe. And I'm so excited to be on your show as well.
Yeah.
So fun.
So check us out over on Let's Get Dressed. And we're going to be talking about
What's in, what's out, all the fun stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Liv.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you guys.